Hello, everyone, and welcome into Carroll University Call of Duty, week number 4, as your E-Pioneers are set to take on the undefeated Ball State University. So they are a force to be reckoned with. This will be quite the battle here for Carroll, quite the test, as we head into what may be seen as a new era of Call of Duty. Got my co-hosts here with me, Jake. Mania.
How's it going?
Captain of the Madden team and Academy Call of Duty player. We are getting pretty close to being loaded up in this map, so that should be coming up pretty soon. As we take a look at the maps and modes for today, Carroll versus Ball State University, starting off on Tuscan Hardpoint for a triple dose. A triple dose of Berlin if needed. And then Desert Siege to finish it off if needed in this best of 5 series. Carroll been pretty strong on Tuscan this semester so far, but Ball State University is no slouch at all. Interesting to see. As you can see, the players are ready to go. And some last minute jokes potentially going on. So your analysis so far in the season, Jake, what do you expect? Obviously, you might not have seen Ball State play, but what do you expect out of Carroll to be able to come out successful, the things that they do well?
I mean, I feel like Medi Wood's got to get on his game right away. There's been those weeks where he started off slow, but then there's been those weeks where he's popped off for sure. Definitely just need to communicate well and be able to group up when they need to, and I feel like that will lead to success.
Yeah, I kind of echo those sentiments. We had, I believe, week 1 where Ethan kind of had to carry a little bit of a larger role, which is fine. Sometimes that's going to happen, but I think your SMGs and Pez and Mediwood specifically. So I want to highlight Pez. He's got to be able to play confident, but smart. I think there's at times when he's facing a little bit higher levels of comp where he kind of regresses back to overthinking things. And so if he's able to put in the things that he's been practicing in scrims and things like that, I think would be in a much better position to succeed, playing those weird angles, trusting himself, his ability to win gunfights, and then for Grim Reaper, if I can get Grim on the screen. Grim has got to stay calm in these listenings that we go to, making sure that he is keeping everyone on track and just keeping everyone organized. And I said it to them. I think it bodes true for both teams. I think this is going to be the challenge of both teams being able to regain. As you see Pez very excited clapping as we get ready to go into map number 1. But I think it's going to be huge, like which team is going to be able to regain after that map 1 defeat, whether that be Carroll losing map 1 and having to regain the map 2, or Ball State losing that map 1, because this map 1 is really going to be huge for the confidence of the rest of the series. And so we are loaded in here on Tuscan as we prepare for this what I would call heavyweight bout. Turn it up just a touch if that's okay with you.
Go for it.
It's a little bit of game, so I don't want to be too loud. But Carroll here will be on the other side of the map. Yes, they will be. As we will start off with Mediwood here. Carroll University on the left side of the screen, Ball State University on the right side. So Carroll starts off with the push here on this Tuscan. Stuns are going to come over, nades are going to come over immediately. Ready is able to apply some pressure. As he's going to get that kill mid-map already. So the pressure is going to come over. Grim Reaper hit 1. Still apply pressure. Medi gets through 2, so that's 3 down totally. Medi pushes his pressure out, so he's on the 2 streak immediately. I think he's going to be seen, going to lose that gunfight to Drills. Pez tries to sneak up early and he's going to be taken out. And Grim's going to be overwhelmed here. Does take 1 with him. That's going to leave Ethan on the point alone, and that is going to be taken out. Medi does get the kill off of spawn. So Carroll there maybe got too aggressive in multiple angles. I think both Pez and Mediwood both trying to push. And then you can see Rezu already set up in prime position here to take Mediwood down. Let's take Mediwood down. Also takes down Pez. Shoots the body a little bit. Having a little fun. I did not mention that these teams are quite well versed with one another, so they do know each other quite well. And so they are going to be having a little bit of fun. Grim trades out that kill on Twisty for Pez. The fight is going to be ensued on the front side. Ethan wins a huge one to apply this pressure from the top side of the map. Twisty going to take down Grim Reaper at the bottom side. Ethan has a huge one, is going to lose it to Drills, and last up is going to be Bettywood. It's one, but he has 6 health to go there. The time is going in favor of BSU. It all stems back to that 3-1, Jake, when they just got a little bit too aggressive and weren't able to get that sizable amount of time, even though they had the timing advantage on the good side.
Yeah, I mean, I like the aggressiveness from Mediwood, but you can't get that from everyone on the team, though.
Exactly. And this is actually pretty big. Mediwood accidentally nades, I think. Scrap time is going to go in favor of All State, but Carroll does win this rotation. So if they're able to get into a clean setup here, this could be huge time here for Carroll. 3 Grim has one in the bag. Gets 2. Kill's going to come out for Pez on the roof side. Gets a little bit pushed up too far, and the Razor's going to take Pez down. But off spawn, Grim Reaper's able to get the sizable time. Ethan's got to trust his responsibility in the front side. He gives it up. And now 2 people just in the front. They're going to nade him off. And now a split one comes in. Grim's going to be taken down. Pez will be taken down. Last is going to be Mediwood. So that's just sloppy. Sloppy Carroll, and that's going to be 4 down. Yeah, Carroll had the opportunity to get into a setup. Pez dies there. Ethan is forced to, look over without the help over from the backside. So now they've got to nade this player off the hill. Pez going to nade over. Nade is going to come in, and they got to chow this player in the back. Ethan does chow it, does win the gunfight. But Twisty with 2. The point. Grim gets 1. Last is going to be Twisty, who is streaking. And Twisty, player number 7 so far on a 5 streak. And let's go to a quick listen in with this Carroll University team.
Raise the top.
Top. I'm looking.
I'm in the back. I'm holding back crip right now.
I have your
Your
front.
alley's open.
I have your front.
I suppose you got that?
You came from alley. Use back handles. Looking back.
I have front. I have
Okay.
front.
Raise your dad. Let me top.
They're back.
You're gonna be in the back.
Top.
I have your alley.
Back door.
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
going
okay.
through
I'm just holding.
I spawn mid.
I'm top right now.
No, he's alley.
One's back.
It's not here.
One's...
Mike, chow me mid here. Heads up.
Just hold. They're
Ready?
not on.
Here's your top. I'm going in.
Top Rio.
Close right.
Two top.
Twisty's back left. In the top. Close on you. Nice shot. That's
Don't
good.
shot.
You're good.
Where? Front. Where?
Start going new. You can fight for that though.
That's big time. No, he's top. He's
I need
top.
your
Can I still hit this? Hold
Yeah,
it.
you can
We
go-
need a
you
full
can-
60. We need
Me
a
and
full
Ethan are
60.
new. Me and Ethan are new.
Top. Noah's top. Hitting radio.
Nothing here.
In the back.
Oh, he's here.
Dead.
Nice, Ethan. Good trade.
I'm looking
Radio.
Looking for
Yeah, I
the
spawned
bottom.
P1. Taking a weird route here.
There was
flip
one
them here.
on and
Team kill, team kill.
I have a pinch.
Yeah, I'm here with you guys.
I spawned back
Yeah,
here.
we flipped. They know we flipped.
Let's go. We gotta go.
Gotta go,
Go.
No one in the corner.
Noah's one. Joe's is one. Door.
I saw mid. They're
Bottom.
Look at him.
bottom one.
Close right corner. I can't chill here. He saw me in the corner.
Okay,
Redo.
dead.
Close time.
Dead.
It's gonna be bottom. Or, you know, you're.
That's four.
Bottom.
Mid.
I
Noah.
have pinch.
Mid drills. Mid.
Looking bot.
I have pinch.
I got bot.
We gotta get the
Drills
time.
is
Gotta
dead.
get the
I
time.
have pinch.
Use window. This is big time. Roof window.
I have
I got
pinch.
it.
Go ahead. I have pinch.
In.
Dead.
I have a pinch. I'm gonna hit mid.
Double mid. Roof. Two in.
Mid dead.
Nice.
I'm just going now.
I need myself. I'm just going to, yeah.
We need full 60 here.
Dude, that needed me through the box? What?
One mid map.
I'll let you know where I spawn. I spawn church.
Okay.
They're treat.
Then I'll meet Noah.
Dead. One more. Close right. You see him.
I'm top church.
I'm in church.
3.
Those dead.
I spawn church side.
Give me a sec.
Right side you.
Native.
Let's see that. That's 3.
I'm
I
on.
got mid.
I'm heading that side. Two there. Razors in the 3 and
I'm
a
staying down.
mid. Three.
I'm staying down.
Nice, that's 2. Let's go, Ethan.
Tree.
We're good now. We're good. Settle in. We're good, boys.
3 dead.
I'm holding mid.
Mid.
Nading.
You can't go. I have mid. I have mid.
I have
Mid
okay.
heavy.
If you could press.
I still spawned.
Top
Drills
right,
with
top
one shot. I
right.
should have
Top right.
stayed down.
Bottom mid. 2 you. One's mid, and one's you. Close right.
One's tree. Razor's there, you.
You slide.
Are you Twisty? Pushing out. He's pushing out. Twisty's pushing out.
Noah's front. He's going top
There's
church.
2 there.
In the back right here.
Our side. He's
Punch
pushed.
door. Pick him up. Give me a sec.
Back.
Oh, there's two there.
Yeah, 2 there.
I'm
One more
just playing in
Twisty.
the back. I'm just playing in the back. I'm
Alright,
playing in the back.
Reset, boys. Reset. We're good.
Yeah, this from the front. I'm in the back.
Yeah, we sound. I spawn old. I spawn few.
So Carroll there, down 100 points so far. they've just been losing a lot of gunfights, honestly. I think they're doing the right idea. Maybe they're getting a little bit flustered based off the pace that BSU is playing with. Much faster than any other team they've played so far. But just other than that, they've just been losing a lot of these gunfights. Anyway, they're there to trade those kills, but therefore it's going to have 2 players coming in. It's going to be bounced on. As gets one. I'm staying in the hill. He's going to be traded out. Mediwood gets that trade. Grim wins a huge one in the front side. So if this 30 seconds goes in favor of Carroll, we got a ball game on our hands. We want to push out and lose that. As this side's going to have to get this trade. As on drills was going to be traded out immediately. Mediwood pushes out, loses a gunfight. Going to be traded by Ethan and Grim, leaking out new. So this time, so far in favor of Carroll, Ethan will have a one-on-one gunfight here. Joke timing, checks the corner, but not quite as clean as Carroll. Now kind of in a loose setup as Pez pushing out the side. It's one of the Rezu. 8 in drills is mid-map. Pez gets 2. That last player mid-map. So this is a relatively clean setup. Which you get to take up. That's one shot. Doesn't trade that kill out. This topside pressure is going to come. Does not reach out. So the time in favor of Carroll so far is Pez. And he reach out it. So now they're starting to win these gunfights. As this huge time comes in, it will not quite be a lead change if they're able to get it. Heading off this mid-map. So the pressure is going to be a little bit different. Pez just trying to stay down from Noah. Stays down. Grim is watching over the top. Grim gets 1. Mediwood with 2. And so the spawns now need to be pushed out. 19 seconds going in favor of Carroll. Like I said, won't be a lead change, but we'll be very close. Oh, ate it outside the hill. So Grim Reaper trying to fight Twisty off hill. Twisty weak in hill. And this is going to be actually really sizable time for Ball State. But 2 huge kills for Pez on this backside. Currently on the 3 streak. 22 and 21. Started off a little slow. And Mediwood's going to be met with basically the entire team. Gets 1. Gets a second. Drills does remain in P5. Player number 7 pushes his map. Not going to check it. He's trying to get this player out of P5, and the flood is going to come from this front side. Mediwood's just trying to adjust. Doesn't exactly know what to watch. Has 2 people up top, and so Joe's now going to push this alley. Grim tries to get the trade up top. Pez coming in the fly. Let's trade 1. Not going to trade 2, and so that's good patience from Ball State. Just waiting for each other. Mediwood loses the fight on the stun. Carroll down about 35, 40 points. Grim wins 1 on that front side. Let's come in. I think it's 1. Another trade. Last one's going to be on this backside. Ethan doesn't not turn and burn. Pez now. Loses that gunfight from the alley. Meddy gets 1. There's 1 more in the hill. Anyone tries to find it. Grim does find it, but there's 2 left in the hill. Ball State cannot win it here, but they put themselves in a really good position. If Carroll is not able to full 60 this or get pretty close to it, it could be a loss for Carroll. Pez going to check this bottom side. Doesn't know who's going to be here. Meddy's got to go absolutely massive. Does not take any with him. As it's going to get thrown at. Mediwood still up. I don't know how he gets a kill. It might have been a teammate or a team stun. That's going to be taken out as Grim tries to get this front side. Mediwood back in action. Gets 1. Doesn't get the second. This keeping it mixy. 5 seconds needed for Ball State. Grim trying to go down with all his might. Pez Childs has to. 4 seconds left. Gets 1. His bottom time's going to be there. Pez can't win it. Mediwood in the hill. It's taken out. And that is going to be the game for Ball State University. Look here at the cams. Carroll going down in that game 1. I will get a look at the scoreboard in just a second. It's Carroll. I think they were able to take that initial blow pretty well. Sorry, they didn't take it very well, and then they regained quite a bit. Hello in the chat. We see you out there. Thank you to all the chatters out there. It's 250 to 194 defeat here on map number 1 as we take a look. Take a look back at the desk before we get loaded into map number 2, which will be Berlin Search and Destroy. Ball State is a very formidable opponent. I thought that was not too bad, Jake, from Carroll, all things considered.
No, not at all. If they won those gunfights at the start of the game, I feel like they might have even came out with the win, if not just made it a little bit closer. Which we saw they started winning those gunfights on that P3 right there, but ultimately they were too far back to regain anything. So
yeah, I agree. I mean, maybe like 1 or 2 decision. I mean, early in the game they had their setup and they kind of got out of it. Mediwood trying to apply that pressure towards fields, which is what you want to do. But then Pez ended up kind of mid-map, gets mowed down from top. Timing not great, but that huge time at the beginning, you already off your back foot. Don't flip the spawns for P2, and it's an uphill climb that whole way. They rotate early for P3, they get broken, and so it was just kind of this stagger. From that point forward, they played pretty well. They actually probably won the score battle, but they were already down by 100. So
yeah, exactly.
just a difficult situation to kind of account for. Nonetheless, best of 5 series. Ball State with the 1-0 advantage as we take a look at the maps and modes so far. Ball State taking map number 1, 250 to 198 over your Carroll University Pioneers. As we head to a potential triple dose of Berlin if needed. That map for hardpoint. So we take a look at the cams now. Vibes don't look too bad. We do see some smiles coming out from Pez and the company. Got to be able to, like I said at the beginning of the telecast, Jake, the team that's able to kind of like regain their composure after that first map, whether that was Ball State losing or Carroll. Just gotta be able to regain and not let that first map get to you, knowing that you played well, but it's kind of out of your control now. Focus on that search and destroy.
Yeah, I mean, Berlin's definitely one of their stronger maps, especially on search. So Carroll can definitely come back, and this is where they can regain their composure and go in with confidence when they hit control on Berlin next game.
Absolutely, and I mean, at the end of the day, I think this is a very winnable. Every map going forward is winnable for Carroll. So even, I mean, you just have to have that one map at a time mentality. I know it's like a cliche, but if they're able to pick up this game, then I think they're feeling confident. But even after that, like Berlin, they haven't lost the Berlin control, so I think they're feeling confident on that. But BSU is a very formidable opponent, so they're going to probably get some different looks than they've been seeing so far this semester. But yeah, Carroll able to bring it back some in that hard point. We are getting loaded into this search and destroy. I need to switch the teams. Switch. Okay, switch them just in time. Whew, that was a close one. It wouldn't have mattered like a ton, but it is a little bit important as we take a look at the player cams as they get loaded into this Berlin search and destroy nighttime map of this game. Carroll will be starting off on the defensive side of things. Start off with let's see, player 8. Who's player 8? This is Grim Reaper, I believe. Grim Reaper, player number 8. Carroll looking to regain after that tough map number 1. Okay, we are starting off on Berlin. Pretty even spread coming out as Ball State seems to look to be going towards this side of the map. And Ethan is going to have a interesting look. I don't know if he sees Rezu. That is going to be working on this bomb. Twisty is going to take down right away. As I'm going to try to work this retake as player number 5. And Eddie Wood has to get away with his life. He's going to be chased. Let's get caught up. He's going to child drills here. Does win that gunfight. Accidentally nade. That's the second time he's done that. So 30 seconds remaining on this retake. Eddie Wood going to break the secret side. Kind of work the secondary. Player number 3. Twisty going to take down Mediwood, loses that gunfight. As Pez loses another on that side. And last up going to be Grim. Going to be taken down.
Yeah, it gets really tough on that A side for Warden near Ethan's spot to see anyone really walk in there. So I can understand why he didn't see him right away. So.
Yeah, and I think as much as Ball State has claimed not to be watching much VOD, I think maybe they know that Ethan's gonna, or generally speaking, that we're gonna want to see that player sitting back A. So see if the adjustment is going to be made from both teams, and if Ball State decides to go right back to it. Remember, over the top, the Rezu. Pez is going to be first into the bomb. He's gonna have to check these angles here. Rezu's going to get the kill, traded out by Mediwood. Patient. So trying to get to Mediwood. I apologize. We're in a new game. To see window opens. Mediwood. He's going to come out. Just the wrong way. He's going to be traded out. And like you said, your keys to success for Carroll. Mediwood needs to come out hot. far. Unable to do that. Drills wins a huge one in Ethan. Down to the 1v2 situation. Bomb is down 40 seconds.
Oh.
And not going to be able to get a kill there. So the discussions being had, like, can they figure out a solution here offensively and defensively?
Yeah, Ball State was definitely watching the VOD. You can tell because they all pushed B. I mean, I forgot what player it was, but one of them wrapped all the way around, didn't even bother to look at A.
Yeah.
So they definitely came prepared.
Absolutely. And I think for Carroll, it's kind of like I told them earlier in the week, it's kind of a gift and a curse. When you are familiar with the team, you kind of like overreact to maybe things you've seen. And player number 2 is going to get away with this bomb as Mediwood looks to make a play. Does get that first blood. Might force the audible to come out here from BSU. There's 7 repositions. Ethan trying to get this information from Mediwood. But look how patient Carroll is being. Much better than they have been in the past. As pushing up, has to be careful of this wrapping player. Does get great timing. Does get twisty and able to get away. So down to the 4v2. Let's have, oh my goodness, get to it just in time. Grim making it a 4v1 situation. And now if we go to Rezu, who was just dominant last year in these performances against Carroll, trying to make the play. Going to break in as is going to spot him out. As
Nice.
So a little bit of a smile coming out from Pez. I think he's typing. In the game chat. He's typing. You can tell. This is, like I said, this is a little bit of friendly banter coming in, as they are familiar with each other. Kind of a bit of a rivalry, but not in like a negative way. Again, those that may just be joining us, Carroll University down 0-1 in the series to Ball State University, the top seeded in the ECAC. Now 2-1 deficit here on this search and destroy as Carroll looking to push to this beat again. I believe. See what the adjustment is going to be made. It's going to be coming out. So Pez has to stay down. Is already tagged up. Would also try to cross the break. Does come in. The chase comes in. 2-piece in for a Rezu. And so Grim and Ethan tag team to make it a 2v2. Grim not able to get away. So now it's all on Ethan. Has to wrap this length of the map. Pick off these players. Might get good timing here on player number 3, but also might get horrible timing if he's spotted out here. So as he works this wrap, player 3 probing is going to check this in. So Ethan's going to be essentially pinched here. If 3 is able to get there quick enough, not quite yet. Ethan has got to make a move. Set in, and 3's going to get him on that backside. Yep. So that stun actually not working in his favor. So I think the SMG pressure just has not been quite as effective as you need it on that bomb site. And the covers over the top, kind of what happened with Academy in the scrim recently, is where you have outer coverage. Someone's got to pick up that street. And it was just a little bit discombobulated. Nonetheless, search and destroy. Anyone's ball game. 3-1. Carroll now on defense once again, and we will see what Ball State decides to put together here on this round at number 5. Seems like another A push coming out. An aggressive A defense here for Pez. And they are going to flood this, so this help has got to come quick. As Rezu comes to plant the bomb, Pez does not see this. And this is exactly what we saw with Academy also. As Pez loses a key, body's going to be shot. Pez wants to have that back for sure. Twisty. Going to take out Grim on this backside. Ethan going to be taken out as well, and that leaves Mediwood into 3v1 situation. And I was telling that to Oreos that spot on top is really not that effective.
Yeah.
Because you can't see bomb, you're not hearing them break, and then when you're trying to trade the kill, you're kind of a sitting duck, because even if you get that first kill, it's hard for you to get away. And Medi makes it into a 1v1, not enough time to defuse the bomb, but he's working on the streaks, on the 3 streak right now. So at least you take that positive into round at number 6, which I would probably consider a must-win round for Carroll. If you go down 5-1, excuse me, it's just a pretty hard uphill climb to make. So Carroll once again on offense. I assume they might make an adjustment here. Yep, but look at Ball State. They know that the adjustment is going to be made. They stopped them at B every single time, and so the adjustment's going to come. Ethan loses the initial gunny. Anyway, doesn't get the stun off. Let's see Drills loses that gunfight with an AR. So now Pez trying to stay alive here. Rim loses one in the mid map. Pez in the 3-1 situation, trying to make a play. Just wanted to lose that gunfight and more body speed shot. Look, they asked for my approval on it. I said, that's up to y'all. I don't think that we should shoot bodies. So unless we're winning the game.
Yeah.
See, this is just got to be a regain here. You need 5 straight for Carroll. They need a plan. I don't like the looks on their faces right now, if I'm being honest. We'll actually go into this view where we can see them. They've got to put together at least some semblance of a plan. So that, I mean, like I said, very winnable map number 3 and 4. So you've got to regain and at least put some something together, so when you go into that potential map 5, you're not you're confident in yourself. And so I think the comp's gonna come in here as Jesus looking to break. This is gonna come in. We're gonna hear that. Homie's gonna be down.
That's a big win right there from
Big
Pez.
win. And look at player number 8 or number 1 somehow gets into the street. Pez is not going to read this at all. Player number 8's not going to spot it out. I don't think he does spot it out. So Grim going to give the comm to Pez. Pez trying to stay up. Does win that gunfight on the bomb. So now Pez and Grim working together as Twisty hits a route here. And Grim's not going to read this. Grim is not going to read this. Grim taken down. Pez in the bomb. 1v1 situation. 35 seconds left. And the reposition once again for Twisty. So Pez in a tough position. Has to defend the bomb. As weird as it sounds, I might close the door. Close the door, force him. Twisty does have an AR here, so this gunfight's gonna be tough. Pez does spot him. Tries to play time. 15 seconds. Stun is gonna come in. Twisty goes outer. Pez is not gonna spot him out. Pez loses that gunfight. That's Carroll going to drop in the map number 2, 6 rounds to 1. This is a very tough team to play. Ball State scrim almost every day in the summer. It seemed like I saw the chows up almost on a daily basis, so you cannot go in with a lack of preparedness. As Carroll has had, with the exception of U Albany in week number 1, pretty easy, not easy opponents, but an easy time these last few maps. So head back to the desk. Carroll now back against the wall, needing the reverse sweep. And we'll go into I want to go to a break. I also don't, because it's gonna be quick. We'll stay on board. So yeah, it all comes down to this Berlin control. There's gonna be Carroll's opportunity to start the comeback. It's all mental now at this point. They play Berlin control. They like the style of the map. The map number 1 was close, but I mean, it wasn't really as close as like the scoreboard reflected.
Yeah.
198, 250, and then that search was just not great at all by any player. I don't think there's one player on the squad that thought that they played well.
Yeah, no,
based
it
on
just
body language. They
seemed a little bit sloppy, honestly, but
absolutely.
Ball State came out with some maneuvers that we typically don't see, especially on that last one where player 3 just wrapped one way and decided, hey, I'm gonna wrap all the way back around. You don't really see that too often.
Absolutely. And they have chemistry as a team, BSU, and they're just good. They have good movement, good gun skill. So when you are facing like that uphill climb, in my opinion, just knowing all 8 players competing today, BSU has some of the hottest guns that we're gonna face. And so when you have that uphill climb, you got to play perfect fundamentals that makes your gunfights easier. And even if it's not easier one-on-one, you're in positions to trade and things like that. And Carroll just was not able to do that early in that hard point, and definitely not doing it there on that Berlin, the search and destroy. So we are going to get into this lobby soon so we can load up to this map number 3. For those of you that may be looking for Academy, we will be playing this Sunday at 9 p.m. Central Time, late night.
Late one.
Sunday game. They will be facing off against Iona Academy. So make sure you are having notifications on and cheering on the Academy team once that does get here on Sunday. We will be carrying that action live. Sure, we take a look at the recap of the maps so far. Ball State dominant on that map number 2, Berlin. 1-6, 6-1 dominance. One round going in favor of Carroll early. It was 2 straight from Ball State, 1 from Carroll, and then they rattled out 4 straight again for BSU. So hoping that this Berlin control can be a regain opportunity for the Pioneers, but it has to be.
Yeah, there's no ifs, or buts.
No ifs, ands, or buts. The weird part about this game is that, about this specific matchup, is this is the last game day that Vanguard is the main game. So it's kind of a tough position for me as a coach, because I'm going to want to dissect this VOD and see what we're doing wrong. And then immediately we're going to start transitioning into a completely different new thing. So hopefully they take the ability to have that feedback in a good way. I want to just double check. It's not a broken lobby. So basically what happened is that it was just a visual bug. They wanted to err on the side of caution. That's all good. But yeah, so like Carroll has to complete the reverse sweep. This will be a heck of a reverse sweep. But I think if they can win this control, I think they like their chances on that Berlin hardpoint. So just gotta take it round by round here. Carroll will be on defense to start.
Okay, they gotta stay confident here.
Absolutely, stay confident. Trust the gunnies. They have been losing them, but can't let that deter you from playing the right way. This team of Noah, Drills, and Arezu back from last year. Twisty new to the roster, but arguably one of their better players already. BSU has been grinding, because the first time we saw BSU actually in the regular season of the ECAC, they were nowhere near the level we saw them the next time we saw them. They were just dominant. They didn't win the ECAC. They actually were runner-up last semester, but right now just very dominant in the ECAC Call of Duty scene. In the final weeks of the Call of Duty, Vanguard are heading into map number 3, this Berlin control, and I think we have a dead lobby again. I don't know what just happened.
Oh boy.
So let me fade the music back up. But yeah, Ball State, I mean, heck of a team.
Yeah, for sure.
To see how their team translates over to the new game, but it'll be interesting to see how our team translates to the new game. Will there be any Academy players that are going to punch above their current weight and end up on the main team, or is there a main player that is not going to be great in that game, in this new game, and they're going to be on the Academy? It's a lot of interesting dynamics to kind of see. But I'm excited for it. I think it's the best time of year if you're a fan of Call of Duty. Playing in those tournaments at launch, just competitive. It's basically like a race to who can get better. Because unlike a lot of games, you've got Valorant, you've got Overwatch, CSGO if you're a fan of them. Like, they might come out with updates or new heroes or characters. And it's a race to figure out that player and how they balance in. But with Call of Duty, it's the same core fundamental of the game, but it's different every year, or up to this point. And so when that new game comes out, it's just like you immediately have to like figure it out faster than everyone else. And I think that just really makes it super, super fun and exciting. Even if you're not having a ton of success in those like tournaments and things, I already heard them talking about that they want to jump into a tournament on the second day a search and destroy tournament. So you're going to be playing against top level challenger players, professional level players, and I think that ability to do that in the scene is just super special.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to take away from Vanguard. It has been quite the season, quite the year so far, and it still will continue after next week. Still will have games on Call of Duty Vanguard for this semester before preparing next semester's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. As we will start off on this defensive side with Carroll. I believe this is Meddywood with the London Royal Ravens. We're going to start off with a listen in right away for Carroll to see if they are able to regain from that map number 2.
It took a life from us. It took a life from us.
Took a life.
We gotta
It took a
restart.
life. Restart.
Never mind. As you heard in the listening,
Oh my.
took a life. I don't know why it would have done that. This is going to be the 3rd restart we've had of this hobby. Maybe Carroll trying to ice. I don't know about that.
Hey, it may work. It may work. You never know. You never know.
No, I mean this BSU team, they can hop out of bed middle of the night and just be frying. It'll be really exciting to see their ranking and placement once we get to the CCO. For those of you that may not know, CCO is the College Call of Duty League, and I think last year they had 250-ish main teams plus over 100 academy teams. So that's kind of the cream of the crop there in College Call of Duty. ECAC only about 20 teams in the main. Orezu about to shoot some bodies. We already saw a couple body shooting appearances, I guess you could say, in that map number 2, and a little bit in that map number 1. Mukbang, that's familiar. I believe Mukbang is a BSU alum. Am I saying that correctly? It's gonna be like 3 minutes delayed, so this is gonna be super awkward. But I believe a BSU alum. I wish it was. I think it's super cool what League of Legends does. Their client allows you to put the delay in the game, so that your chat is still live, reacting at the same time as the casters are, rather than us watching it live and then 3 minutes later they see it. So we all see it 3 minutes later.
Yeah.
I think that's a really cool feature to have. Nonetheless, this does not say CDL. Let me tell them that. Okay, they started it, so I guess. Oh, there it goes. Corrected itself. Match is about to begin. We're gonna give it another try.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
We'll get into this Berlin Control once again. For those of you that may not know the game mode of Control, 2 points on the map, offensive team, defensive team, and it's a best of 5 series. Offensive team and defensive team both have 30 lives. So if you are able to take down the other team's lives before the time runs out, you win regardless of offense or defense. But offense is trying to capture both of the points. They can go for one at a time. They can go for both, and then your progress saves if you get to a checkmark point in that. So like I said, we're gonna go to a listen right away, and another person kicked. I don't know what is currently happening.
God.
I don't know what is happening. Let's look at the faces of the players. Are they laughing? Do they think it's funny?
Doesn't look like it.
Pez has a smirk, but it's hard to see Meddywood and Ethan. Grim is trying to stay calm. I can see it in his face. I apologize for the delay. It has nothing to do with me, though, so, I mean, at least that makes me feel better. I'm just thinking about Drills. Why are we getting trolled? Drills in the chat on the 3-minute delay. He's cheating.
Wow.
Good thing we have the delay on, huh? What's up, Drills? Oh, Drills is a good dude. The only thing, my gripe about, it's not a gripe. It's not a negative about Drills. But for me, that's like old in like the Call of Duty years. When I like watch them play 8s, and for you, Jake, if you don't know, 8s basically is like, you'll see it if you join the CCL server. There's like people, once this new game come out, they're just gonna like play basically ranked play, but with random people from other schools in a private lobby. So they basically will scrim other people, but not with their team.
Gotcha.
And when you play in those, it's just super toxic. Like super like I'm better than you, and it's just weird. That's my only gripe with drills. And it's not because of drills, it's just drills is a part of that environment, so drills has to like be that way.
He has to be that guy.
Yeah. But when Mediwood goes in, I was watching Mediwood do it, like Medi's not saying a word. Like he's just like, all right, all good. You know how Medi is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could never play 8s to even try to get better because I'm gonna get roasted by my team for like being bad. And so that's just it's kind of a gift and a curse of the Call of Duty scene. That's why they want to shoot the bodies. Jules in the chat says, "Thank God I only have to play this for one more week." Mook bong. Sorry about that. Mook. It's gonna be 3 minutes delayed now. Mookbong is the coach. That makes sense. I remember the name. This is the battle of the coaches. He might be the better coach.
I don't know.
He might be. Well, okay.
I don't think I've heard to say on the stream. I don't want to be biased or anything.
I'm gonna be biased because Mukbang can attest to this probably, and Drills for sure. When Carroll first started Call of Duty, we were abysmal. We were bad. We were horrible. So to see where we've come now, I think that speaks to obviously the players put in the work, but I mean BSU has come a long way as well. So. 2 powerhouse coaches. I think if they had a power ranking of coaches, you'd see Carroll and BSU towards the front of the list. So I'm not even gonna touch the full screen. We're in the game right now, but until they start running forward, I'm not touching it. So because I think I'm the person that's jinxing it.
Hey, 4 times a charm though.
4 times is the charm. I am preparing it though. Carroll should be on this side, and we plan to go to a listen-in. In 8 seconds, if nothing breaks. So far, everyone's in. 4,
full lives.
3, 2, at full lives, and they're going. We're off. Go to listening.
My screen. No, I'm chilling.
Nothing long. I didn't see anything long.
I'll pause you in mid.
Nothing long.
Nothing small. Nothing small. Auto. They still auto.
Secret dead.
2 there. Raise 2 there.
Oh, he's one shot.
Both lined up.
No, isn't small. No, isn't small. Drills is outside.
Ah, you got me. Outer train.
Got Noah.
Nice, Ethan, let's go. One more.
I don't know where
Close
you
right there.
Outer.
I'm just chilling.
I'm in map right now.
You push me, a Razor in the corner, Pez in the corner, right corner.
Twisties, 1 shot outer, and then no outer.
Outer door.
Fucking.
Oh, we gotta give it up already.
We gotta get deep. We gotta get deep, and we gotta get boxes.
pee?
We gotta get deep dots and boxes.
Yep.
Right.
I'm deep dots.
Stay
Fire
off.
on me. Need help.
Fire tank.
Are you deep, Derek?
Dead. Mid statue.
I'm chilling here right now.
Yeah.
Got him.
Gotta get deep boxes.
Fire.
Your deep boxes. I can get in.
All right, yeah.
I have SMG.
I think P5.
Okay. Well,
That's not P5.
I'm top
I have auto.
right
I have
now.
auto.
I'm just top right now.
I'm gonna
I
smoke
don't know where
fire.
they're gonna.
Oh, backfire.
Yeah. We.
He needed fire. What the hell?
That's fine.
Mid. P5.
That's one.
Okay.
That's one fire.
Nothing P5.
Drills
I'm
is
in.
boxes,
I'm in. I
boxes,
can get this guy.
Drills is boxes.
Picking up air.
T3 dead.
Fire tank. I need help.
Window dead.
Fire tank.
One on. Drills is on.
Come on.
Close right.
Okay, close right.
Dead.
Nice.
One's P5, one's P5.
Somebody get Xbox.
I'll get that. I have an air.
I don't see anything outer street. But somebody get there. I have your pinch.
Two here. One more. Back train.
Yeah.
P5.
He's struck right now.
I'm giving up street right now. Gave it up.
Let's one fire. We're good.
One's front door drills.
Oh my god. Outer.
I can't break the freaking
Tag.
Stay down. We gotta hit this as 4.
He's tech.
Nice.
And then
Gotta be outer street.
No, man,
Gotta be outer street.
Outer street. No.
Outer street right here.
No.
He's fucking.
I'm in small right now.
Hitting front.
I'm small right now.
Twisty weak out there, Mitty.
Dead.
Nice.
We gotta watch
Watch.
lives. They can play for lives.
Drill T2, yeah. Nice.
Tag.
On top of fire tank.
Close right corner.
Close right.
Close
Fire
right corner
tank is
inside.
dead. I just.
Needed your outer. Needed to send your outer.
I'm just watching outer.
Nading time.
Nading time. He's outer. Drills.
Twisties on the desk, right below Ethan.
Got me through the window.
Dead. In the right corner. Right
They're
corner.
stacked. We can't get there.
I'll go back. We're good.
I did not mean to start the music, but not a good start to that defense. Just overchowing, and then Wisco Trapper, yes, controller only in the ECAC and the CCL, similar to the CDL Pro. Go to another listen in here for Carroll on their offensive attack.
They're outer.
Naded him. Glass.
I naded
Noah's
outer.
on me. Noah's 1 P5. What the?
I'm just front glass right now.
Noah's P5.
He just slid. Twisty's in.
Twisty's one shot. He's outer desk.
We gotta hit this as 4. We're slow.
Here we go.
I spawned in Timbuktu.
Yep. Okay, let's just check. We're gonna be here. Remember, we might get
train
fucked up
window.
here.
Yeah, we're going.
I'm outer.
I'm sweet
outer
right now.
Here we go.
Drills a tank. Drills a tank.
Yeah, he's there.
Alright.
Nice. My aim went to
Sold.
the left. You're good.
Front. Push straight.
Oh, we're good.
Tag.
Come on,
Calm, we gotta
outer.
calm.
I'm outer.
I'm on A.
outer.
I'm on A. I'm on A.
I'm gonna try picking up your long, Ethan.
Can you watch a pinch? Watch a pinch.
I have it.
Nothing here.
Watch outer door right now.
Back, train.
Dead.
I have a pinch. I have P5
Outer
pinch.
door. Arazu, he's weak behind the triple desk. Third desk.
One where?
Is he dead?
I spawned warehouse.
One outer.
Outer.
Just try and live.
Is he dead, outer?
Working
It's two
through
dead.
P5.
Get outer. One's on time.
I spawned in Timbuktu again. One's in
One's on time.
P5.
I
One's
need him,
P5. We're still
fine.
taking B.
In time.
I don't see. I think somebody just pushed.
Close side. I think he's back
I think
there. Close
somebody's
our desk.
flank.
Close our desk.
I don't see him. Oh, he's first desk.
I'm
No, I got shooting. No. 3 and 8. 3 and 8. 3 and 8.
Who's going outside this
3 and
game?
8. 3 and 8.
One's on B.
I can
One's
kill
on
the
B.
guest street. Let me know. P5 right now.
One is in B.
Focus B. I'm needing P5 right now.
Those is dead in.
Getting up. I'm getting time. Someone. Oh, P5 no. P5 no. P5 no.
Yeah. No, it's still P5.
No
Let's go,
dead.
Pez. Come on.
I've cut off.
Okay. I'm watching her. Oh, back warehouse.
Okay,
Twisty.
I have your front.
He's pushing back door right now. Back door right now, Pez.
Oh, I'm just running into nowhere, man.
I spawned A. Might have a razor here with me.
There's
Where's
like
Rose?
2B.
P5.
You can
Not
get
gonna be
out, buddy.
alone.
I'm gonna be here.
Noah, tag P5.
In my back desk.
2
What?
P5. 2
I'm
P5.
watching my front glass.
No, he's already there. I'm just like running into them.
2
Front
in
glass.
P5.
Good shell. One shot. Front glass on you. Nice.
Razor's there. He's in.
I can't get to B in time.
Yeah, it's just not. They are not winning a gunfight. Ball State is shooting. Oh my goodness! I just gotta give props to them. I mean, it's still sloppy by Carroll. I think that they're definitely really antsy in terms of like their decision making, the comms. Like they're very flustered, and they've got to be able to regain this round. I mean, this would be the ultimate reverse sweep, 2 down in control. Gotta play with a little bit more like confidence when they're shooting. They're not shooting with confidence. They're just kind of shooting. They're shooting like me, right? Who gets one? Pez loses that. See, like Pez chows that usually.
Yeah.
He's not running away for his life. So it's just a confidence thing. They've got to work these. Razu. Backside. As the stack is gonna come in once again. For Ball State, this will probably be a capture happening. Grim does push this backside. Point to in just in time. It's Noah. It's going to be taken out, so that tick doesn't come for Carroll or for Ball State. Excuse me.
Pretty big by Carroll right there to not allow that last tick. So.
Absolutely, but you're very tough position because you can't give up B this easy, and then they only have to play for their 1 stack. Jason probably gonna come in timing. Pez gets horrible timing. He's gonna die. It's just that indecisiveness all around. This Twisty going to be street. Doesn't see him, so he's probably a 2-piece here. At least gets 1. Pez does not even turn around. Tom just come out, but he pushes straight through to spawn to the hill. Want to win that gunfight. So Twisty going absolutely massive in the point. He's gonna have to chow with Mediwood. Mediwood does get 1. Gets no off the point as well. So you're only down 2 lives, but you see B is going to be probably taken here. So Grim trying to work this pinch up. It's gonna be a 1-on-1, and of course, Pez loses that to drills.
Gotta get in there.
Gotta get in there. There's number 4. Absolutely massive. It's taken out by Grim. It's a huge one by Grim. Just gotta stay down. Pez has gotta do some work on plant steps. Is able to do that. Complete does come in. Carroll. B is off the board. So Carroll has to be flawless here. Noah taken out by Grim on this backside. Mediwood gets the trade off. Grim Reaper pushing out the Razor. Razor dead. Drills in the hill. Player number 4. Grim does not get the trade off. Drills, that was huge shots by Drills because, oh my gosh, Medi usually does not lose those. As does get away with his life. Only 1 segment of progress needed in the Ball State. And I have the 6 life advantage. It's 1. As wins a huge one. Player number 7. Maybe shot in the back. Now we're going to be collapsing. Trying to make a move over to Twisty, but Grim's going to be met immediately again by Twisty. We're going to lose that gunfight. Now 5 lives remaining. Players are in the hill. Now only 3 lives remaining. Make it 2. And the Carroll going to be taken down. This one's to come out. Went down 3 games to 0 to Ball State University. What's MC? MC.
I'm not sure.
I don't know what MC referred to. Did I mention MC, or is there something MC in the game? Back to the ask. And we'll see if they are ready for the post-game interviews. We do those win, lose, or draw here at Carroll. So we'll see if we're able to get those for the team. Minecraft? Like a Minecraft server? They're obviously gonna talk. They're maybe talking out things first. They're ready to go, so let's lock in and get it into the interview after Carroll University. Gonna be taking down 3 games to 0 to Ball State University. Want to start with the SMG duo. I feel like the pressure just was not being applied at the right times. How did y'all feel y'all were able to play versus a very fast team in Ball State?
Ez, you want to go first, or?
I think we just had a slow start. Nothing much to it.
Yeah, I felt like I was getting some bad timings on that Tuscan hardpoint. Like on P1, I tried pushing right away, but I got caught mid-spawn for them. And then they just weren't taking like angles I would expect them to take. Like they kind of isolated me, so like I was pretty much out of it most of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, GG's to them. They're a solid team, and nothing but respect for them.
For sure. I mean, from the ARs and I guess the AR and Flex, how do y'all feel like y'all were able to what went wrong, I guess, especially there in the respawns? I know the score for the HP looked close, but if in reality, you look at the hole that you guys were dug into, what do you think went wrong?
I think it just goes with Derek said. I think we got a slow start. We beat them on the second half for sure. At least that's what I felt like in game. We got better overall. I mean, we full 60 them on a hill, and we knew we needed a full 60 because we had a slow start. Yeah, I mean, I thought HP was definitely one of the most winnable. I think it got downhill from there, though.
Yeah, just not. I don't know. I thought we played decent as a team as the game went on. Like Grim said, slow start. So if we, just different like timing stuff that happened go our way, I think it helps us. But definitely things to clean up.
And what about search and destroy? Do you think that was just like they just played really well? Y'all were making mistakes. Like, what do you feel like? I know you got to look at the VOD and see like mini map and stuff, but like, what do you feel like was the issue getting rounds consecutively there?
I think just speaking from my end, I think just a couple miscommunications. Like I remember one round, Grim was sitting cube, and me and Pez were moving up to bomb, and I saw Twisty front bomb house, but I assumed that Grim was watching like street and kind of outer, but then I realized at the end he was proning, so he couldn't see it. So that was just a miscommunication on our part, but just little things like that bit us.
Yeah, I mean, as the analyst side of me as a coach, I honestly just think it was a gun skill diff. They were shooting lasers out of their guns at BSU.
I think
They
S
were-
and D. I think HP. I don't feel like I personally I don't think I was outgunned on HP.
No, I
Personally,
thought
I
I
think
thought
S and
that
D in control for sure.
I think I agree. I think that coming out on Hardpoint, it's literally like a few mistakes or risks that y'all took that I wouldn't even call them mistakes, just risks that y'all took that didn't pay off. That turned into sizable time. But yeah, on that control, like there were some POVs we were watching. We're like, they just, I mean,
Yeah,
you guys are making the right play. They were frying. So, oh,
I
map
would definitely
count.
agree.
Sorry, Electric is asking for map count. I guess it has the answer now. Sorry, I apologize. Any questions you have over there?
I don't think so.
I mean, that's all I've got. Any comments y'all have going into next week? We don't know who that opponent will be. I assume it will be Army, but not 100% sure on that. Do we feel like there are quick things that you can fix, or you just kind of need to watch the VOD to improve on
I'd probably watch the VOD.
Yeah.
And just clean up our comms. That's about it.
them? Yeah, I mean, yeah, we went to a number of listen-ins. It just didn't feel the same as the last few weeks.
Mhm.
So I think, yeah, I told Jake during the telecast. You call it telecast? As I was saying, basically, like it's a tough situation for me as a coach because, like, you guys could just chalk it and say, "Oh, well, Modern Warfare 2 is coming out, so who cares?" And then there's also like reality that how much work can you put in on this game when you're about to start scrimming and playing another game. But I think comms is definitely the biggest takeaway. Like when we were going to listens, it just didn't feel as flowy as it had in the past. I think it clearly could have been. It seemed like a confidence thing of like we know we're playing a really good team, rather than going in with that confidence of like we can legitimately win this. So keep your heads up. It was a GG,
Sure.
well played, really good Ball State team. I think they're going to be a top 15 team. That's just my initial thoughts. I think they're really good. I think if they're playing the way that they play this game next year, when we see the CCL rankings, it's going to speak for themselves. So, well played to them. Back to the drawing board for us. Only the first loss of the season, so just trying to maintain that highest seed that we can going into the playoffs. And for those of you all that are in the chat, tune in on Sunday for that Academy match against Iona Academy. Well played to Drills, who was in the chat earlier, saying that we were trolling them. Saw a couple of bodies getting shot. But all fun and games, I guess.
Yes,
And
sir.
yeah, GG's.
GG's.
Signing off. Peace.